Hello. In ToolKit 6.5, we've added a new feature that allows you to create hierarchical page structures within a tool. I've got a tool open here in in the old ToolKit way. The only way you could have pages was at a flat list level underneath the view. Here we have a tool with just a couple pages, and as you can see now under the tool tree here, I'm able to add a new page underneath a page. And so as you can see by clicking that, I've now got another page, and it's actually underneath the first page. You can make these as deep nesting as you want and create kind of a page hierarchy this way. Also, we've added page folders within the hierarchical structure of the tool as well. So you can add folders underneath the views. You can also add folders underneath pages, and then under those you can add folders again if you'd like, or you can also under folders add pages. And so as you can see, by doing this, I'm starting to create a hierarchy that you can then make your tools such that it's easier for your users to navigate them and work within them. And we've left some features in the tool tree to help you in designing this. When folders are added, pages are added, you still have the ability to move these up and down within the same level that they're at. You're able to delete them just as before. If you delete a folder or a page with content underneath it or a hierarchy underneath it, you will be prompted that you're going to delete everything underneath it. That's kind of the same as it was with pages before. Also, if you want to move pages to a different level within the structure or folders, we've now added into the tool tree a right-click option, and we've added the cut, copy, paste. So I can come in here and I can cut a folder. I'll go to a different view. I'll just go straight to the view and I'll paste that folder. So now you're able to cut and or copy and then paste folders, pages, and even components now across different views within the same view, at different levels of pages or whatever. It also supports being able to cut, copy, and paste to other tools if you had another instance of ToolKit running. So that's a really nice, powerful feature that we've added. You're also able to, just like with pages, insert before and after with folders. So I could insert a folder after this folder at the same level. Now with the page navigation changing to a hierarchy, the navigation component at the top of the windows, it also is changing. So in design mode, we can see the page hierarchy. We get the icons so we can see sharing in design mode. I'll show you run mode in a moment. But you can also see here to show what page you're at. We're going ahead and creating the hierarchy in the string there with a bar in between each level of the hierarchy that you're at. Along with that, you also see the same thing in the page history, that you get the bar with the levels. So it's kind of something new to understand. Same thing applies if I go ahead and run a search. You'll now see that the search has these hierarchies within it. So you can see those. If I go to design mode and take a look at the page navigation up here, you'll see that we don't have the icons anymore, but you do have the ability to expand and collapse the hierarchy, making this easier for your customers to navigate and walk through. Along with that new way of showing the hierarchy, the previous and next buttons for the pages behave a little differently now. Before it was just a single list of pages and you could go previous and next. If you watch over here, I'll click the next page button and you'll see that the next drops down into each level of the hierarchy and then comes back out, and the previous does the opposite. So if they hit next and previous, a customer, they're going to walk down into the hierarchy and walk their way back out. I'm going to go ahead and add a navigation button just to show you real quickly that within the properties page selection, you can now see that the hierarchy for a navigation, for the page property of a navigation button, shows up. So I can select a page in here. You'll see the same naming as we've seen in other places. If you happen to select a folder in here, you're going to get an error and the navigation won't work. With the addition of page folders, we've also added the ability to show and hide page folders just like you can with pages. So I select the folder in design mode here. Here's the visibility configuration. Go ahead and select a Boolean, and when the value is true, it'll show. When it's false, it will hide. We'll go out of design mode here, and as you can see, the Boolean is true, and so the folder is showing right now within the page hierarchy. But if I deselect the Boolean and set it to false in the control, now that folder 1 and its sub pages and folders don't show up anymore. Again, if I turn it back on, they now show up and I can navigate to them. The same applies for pages with other pages or folders underneath it. If you set the visibility of a parent page or folder and it goes false, then all the sub pages and or folders will be hidden. With the addition of page folders and page hierarchy within the tools, sharing has changed a little bit. So I've selected a folder here. You'll still share the same way as you would with pages with folders. However, now when you go to share, you'll see that even though that folder is down within the hierarchy, I can only see which view that folder is within. That's because we're not going to allow sharing of pages or folders within the same view. It creates too much complexity to be able to share it at a different level. So that's the same as it was before. You couldn't share a page into the same view. Now, the secondary view here that I have, it does have a hierarchy in it. So I can share this folder that I'm trying to share into any level of the page hierarchy or page folder hierarchy on the other view. So I'll just go ahead and share it. I'll share it down here at this level. And now you'll see that folder now shows up underneath where I shared it, and the sharing icon shows. So you're able to share into any level that you want in another view, whether that's a settings view or a online view. As you've seen in this short demonstration, Hierarchical Pages are a powerful tool to change your tools to be more user-friendly and easier to navigate for your users. If you'd like to see more information, please see the ToolKit help.